Chosen one, what I am about to reveal to you may challenge everything you thought you knew. If you are hearing these words, understand this, it is not by accident. You were led here by divine appointment because a powerful shift is happening in your life. The struggles, the waiting, the endless striving, it all ends now. From this moment forward, the weight of financial burdens is being lifted, and divine provision is taking its place. God has already set things in motion, aligning opportunities, favor, and resources beyond what you could ever imagine. You are stepping into a season where wealth flows with ease, where doors open before you even knock, and where God's abundance becomes your new reality. This is not just a promise, it is a divine certainty. The breakthroughs you have been praying for are already on their way. Prepare yourself, because your life is about to change forever. If you're reading this right now, it is not by accident. You may think that you stumbled upon this message, but in reality, something divine has led you here. Let me tell you something powerful. Backhand index pointing right, God never makes mistakes. Backhand index pointing right, He aligns moments, orchestrates divine connections, and speaks in ways we don't always understand. Backhand index pointing right, this moment, right now, is proof that He is calling you into something greater. You are not just another person in the crowd. You are chosen. Many people live their entire lives unaware that they have a greater destiny, that God has placed a unique calling upon them. They settle for less than what they were created for. But if you are here, reading this message, it means you are not meant to settle. This is your moment of awakening. This message is going to open your eyes to something profound and life-changing. The abundance you have been praying for is closer than you think. But there is something you need to understand first. If you are willing to listen, to truly open your heart to what God is saying, you will walk away from this moment forever changed. Rocket, get ready to step into your divine destiny. Rocket. Underscore 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 underscore. Open book. Why you have been drawn to this message. There are moments in life when everything seems to align, when you feel an inexplicable energy shift, as if something miraculous is about to unfold. Think about it. Have you ever felt like heavy checkmark, something big was coming, but you couldn't explain it? Heavy checkmark, a deep spiritual pull, as if God was trying to get your attention. Heavy checkmark, doors were closing around you, yet you knew something better was ahead. Heavy checkmark, a sudden urge to seek more, pray more, or expect more. These are not coincidences. These are divine signs. God is preparing you for something greater. You were born for more. Many people live their entire lives stuck in scarcity, struggle, and uncertainty. But God has not called you to a life of lack. Rocket, you are about to step into your season of abundance. Rocket. Underscore 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 underscore. Hourglass, not done. The spiritual timing of breakthroughs. Why now? The timing of your breakthrough is everything. Many people give up just before they reach their greatest blessing. They lose faith, lose patience, and walk away when they were only one step away from their miracle. Let me tell you this. Backhand index pointing right, you are not waiting on God. God is waiting on you. Backhand index pointing right, the breakthrough is already prepared, but are you ready to receive it? Backhand index pointing right, God has been aligning every moment, every event, and every challenge to prepare you for what is coming. The difference between those who step into abundance and those who stay stuck is simple. Heavy checkmark, some choose to stay blind. Heavy checkmark. Some choose to step into faith. You are at a turning point. Water wave. What happens next depends on your response. Water wave. Fire. Why 3 a.m. is a supernatural hour of change. There is something mystical, powerful, and divine about the hour of 3 a.m. The Bible and history tell us that great miracles, encounters, and shifts have happened in the early hours of the morning. Open book biblical proof of 3 a.m. miracles. Keycap 1. Jesus walking on water, Mark 6 verse 48, he appeared to his disciples between 3 to 6 a.m., demonstrating supernatural power. Keycap 2. Paul and Silas prison break, Acts 16 verses 25 to 26, worship at midnight caused an earthquake and miraculous freedom. Keycap 3. Moses and the Exodus, Exodus 12 verse 29, deliverance from Egypt happened in the night as God struck down Pharaoh's resistance. 3 o'clock. The supernatural realm is most active at 3 a.m. Many people wake up suddenly at this time, feeling a pull to pray, seek God, or reflect. This is because God is calling them deeper. If you have been waking up at 3 a.m., it is not random. Light bulb. It is an invitation to receive something greater. Rocket. Will you answer the call? Rocket. Underscore 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 underscore. Key. How to prepare for your season of overflow. There is one thing that separates those who step into abundance from those who stay in lack. Backhand index pointing right. Preparation. God does not give blessings randomly. He entrusts wealth, opportunities, and increase to those who are ready. Light bulb. Ask yourself. Heavy checkmark. Are you spiritually prepared for increase? Heavy checkmark. Are you mentally prepared for success? Heavy checkmark. Are you emotionally ready to handle abundance? Many people pray for blessings but live unprepared to receive them. This is why breakthrough often takes time. But now is your time to get ready. Underscore 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 underscore. Globe showing Europe Africa real life story. The unexpected shift into abundance. There was a woman named Lisa who had been struggling financially for years. She was faithful, prayed daily, and never stopped believing for breakthrough. But nothing changed. Then, one night, she woke up at exactly 3 a.m. She felt a strong presence urging her to pray. Instead of going back to sleep, she got on her knees and surrendered everything to God. The next day, she received an unexpected financial opportunity, a job offer with a salary 3x higher than what she was earning. Her season changed overnight. Rocket. Your moment of shift is closer than you think. Rocket. Milky Way. The mystery of 3 a.m. Why is this hour so powerful? Milky Way. For centuries, 3 a.m. has been regarded as one of the most spiritually significant hours in both Christianity and other religious traditions. Some call it the witching hour, but in the realm of faith, this is not a time for fear, it is a time of divine revelation, spiritual awakenings, and supernatural intervention. Many people suddenly wake up at 3 a.m., feeling uneasy, restless, or deeply moved. Some feel an overwhelming peace, while others experience a sense of urgency. But here's what most people don't realize. Light bulb. Waking up at 3 a.m. is not random, it is a call from God. Underscore 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 underscore. Open book biblical events that happened in the early morning hours. Throughout Scripture, powerful miracles, divine encounters, and spiritual battles have taken place during the early morning hours. Small blue diamond Jesus walking on water, Mark 6 verses 48 to 50. Jesus appeared to his disciples between 3 to 6 a.m., walking on water during a storm. This was a moment of divine intervention, supernatural faith, and power over nature. Small blue diamond Paul and Silas prison breakthrough, Acts 16 verses 25 to 26. At midnight, they prayed and worshipped, and suddenly, the prison doors opened. This shows that praise and prayer during the night released divine power. Small blue diamond Moses and the Exodus, Exodus 12 verses 29 to 31. The angel of the Lord passed through Egypt at night, setting the Israelites free from slavery. Deliverance often comes in the darkest hours. Small blue diamond Jesus praying in Gethsemane, Matthew 26 verses 36 to 46. Jesus prayed in agony and surrender during the night before his crucifixion. The greatest battles are often fought in the spirit before they manifest in reality. Light bulb the supernatural realm is most active in the early hours of the morning. Underscore 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 underscore. Crescent moon the spiritual battle at 3 a.m. Why does the enemy work at this hour? Many spiritual battles happen at night. The forces of darkness know that 3 a.m. is a time of high spiritual activity, so they try to distract, oppress, and attack those who are destined for greatness. Signs you are under a spiritual attack at 3 a.m., heavy checkmark you wake up feeling fearful, anxious, or uneasy. Heavy checkmark you experience nightmares or demonic oppression. Heavy checkmark you hear strange noises or feel an unusual presence. Heavy checkmark you struggle with negative thoughts or doubts. But do not fear. The enemy does not attack those who are not a threat. Light bulb if you are being attacked at 3 a.m., it is because your breakthrough is near. Dove instead of fear, respond with faith. White heavy checkmark get up and pray. White heavy checkmark declare God's promises over your life. White heavy checkmark worship and praise God for the victory. Underscore 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 underscore. Glowing star why 3 a.m. is a supernatural time for miracles. Glowing star. Just as darkness is active, the Spirit of God is also moving powerfully at 3 a.m. This is why many believers wake up at this hour feeling a strong presence of God. Have you ever woken up suddenly at 3 a.m., with a deep urge to pray? Light bulb this is God inviting you to a supernatural encounter. When you respond, you open yourself up to divine downloads, prophetic visions, and supernatural breakthroughs. Rocket what you should do if you wake up at 3 a.m., heavy checkmark pray immediately, speak to God and ask what He wants to reveal. Heavy checkmark write down any dreams or visions, many divine messages come through dreams. Heavy checkmark declare victory over your life, speak faith, not fear. Heavy checkmark read the Bible, let God speak to you through His Word. Sparkles this is a sacred moment between you and God. Do not ignore it. Sparkles. Underscore 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 underscore. Fire real life testimony. a 3 a.m. breakthrough that changed everything. Fire. A man named David had been struggling with depression, financial troubles, and hopelessness for years. He tried everything: therapy, hard work, self-help books, but nothing changed. One night, he suddenly woke up at exactly 3 a.m. Feeling an unexplainable pull, he knelt by his bed and began to pray and cry out to God. Backhand index pointing right. For the first time in years, he felt a divine presence so powerful that he couldn't stop crying. Backhand index pointing right. The next morning, he received a job offer out of nowhere, something he had been waiting for months. Backhand index pointing right. His situation changed overnight, but more importantly, his faith was reignited. Light bulb. If you've been waking up at 3 a.m., don't ignore it. God may be trying to get your attention. Underscore 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 underscore. Hourglass not done. How to position yourself for divine encounters at 3 a.m. Hourglass not done. God is always speaking, but are we listening? To ensure that you are ready to receive divine messages at 3 a.m., you must. Keycap 1. Create a habit of prayer. The more you pray, the more sensitive you become to God's voice. Keycap 2. Eliminate distractions. Spend less time on social media and more time in quiet reflection. Keycap 3. Write down your experiences. Keep a journal of dreams, visions, and prayers. Keycap 4. Expect to hear from God. Faith activates the supernatural. Miracles are coming your way. Will you be ready? Underscore 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 underscore. Open book. The divine power of midnight prayer, how it unlocks breakthroughs. Midnight and early morning prayers are powerful spiritual weapons. Open book. Psalm 119 verse 62, At midnight I rise to give you thanks for your righteous laws. Why midnight and 3 a.m. prayers are so powerful. White heavy checkmark. They disrupt the enemy's plans. White heavy checkmark. They open doors for supernatural favor. White heavy checkmark. They break generational curses. White heavy checkmark. They release angelic protection. Light bulb. If you've been feeling spiritually stagnant, start praying at 3 a.m. Rocket. Your breakthrough is waiting. Rocket. Rocket Part 2, Why you are feeling a shift in your life right now. Expanded with more stories and insights. Rocket. Underscore 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 underscore. Glowing Star Introduction, the unseen shift happening in your life. Glowing Star. Have you ever felt a deep stirring inside, as if something is shifting in your life, but you can't quite explain it? Do you sense that the way you see the world, your goals, or your relationships is changing? If you feel this way, you are not alone. Light bulb. This is not a coincidence. It's a divine shift. When God is preparing you for a new season of blessing and breakthrough, He often makes you uncomfortable in your current situation. This is His way of nudging you towards something greater. Many people experience seasons of spiritual transformation, but only those who recognize what is happening can fully embrace it and step into their destiny. What you'll learn in this chapter. Heavy checkmark. Why you're feeling this shift in your life right now. Heavy checkmark. The signs that a breakthrough is near. Heavy checkmark. How to navigate this transition with faith. Heavy checkmark. Real-life stories of people who went through life-changing shifts. Heavy checkmark what God is preparing you for in the next season of your life. If you are reading this, it is not by accident. You are being called to step into something greater. Underscore 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 underscore. Water wave, the divine shift, what it feels like and why it's happening. Water wave. A spiritual shift is an internal transformation that often precedes major external changes. It's a season where God is moving things around, preparing you for greater blessings, deeper wisdom, and a higher purpose. Light bulb, how do you know you're in a spiritual shift? Heavy checkmark, you feel an unexplainable restlessness. Heavy checkmark, you lose interest in things that once excited you. Heavy checkmark, doors are closing unexpectedly. Heavy checkmark, new people and opportunities are appearing. Heavy checkmark, you experience moments of deep reflection. Heavy checkmark, you feel called to spend more time in prayer and solitude. Light bulb, if any of this resonates with you, it means you are stepping into something greater. Underscore 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 underscore. Hourglass, not done. Why this shift is happening now. Everything in life happens for a reason. If you are feeling a shift in your life, it is not random, it is God preparing you for something greater. 3 main reasons why this shift is happening. Keycap 1, your old season is ending. God is closing doors that no longer serve you. What once worked for you is no longer enough. You are being called to grow beyond your comfort zone. Keycap 2, God is positioning you for something greater. Your calling is expanding, and you need to prepare for the next level. Opportunities that fit your true purpose will start appearing. Keycap 3, you are being refined and strengthened. Every shift brings tests and challenges to develop your faith and endurance. You are being prepared for the blessings that God has for you. Fire, this is a time of preparation for your breakthrough. Underscore 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 underscore. Doors are closing for a reason, let them close. Door. Many times, when people feel a shift in their lives, they try to hold on to things that God is removing. This could be heavy checkmark, a job you're no longer passionate about. Heavy checkmark, a friendship or relationship that feels distant. Heavy checkmark, a routine that no longer fulfills you. Heavy checkmark, a dream that God is redirecting. Light bulb, when doors close, it is not rejection, it is redirection. Story. Sarah's unexpected career shift. Sarah had worked in a corporate job for 15 years. She was good at it, but lately, she felt unfulfilled. One day, she suddenly lost her job due to company layoffs. At first, she felt devastated. Backhand index pointing right, instead of panicking, she prayed. She asked God to guide her. Backhand index pointing right, within months, she was offered a role in a non-profit, doing work she had always dreamed of. Backhand index pointing right, now, she feels more fulfilled than ever. Fire, the closed door was God's way of making room for something better. Light bulb, instead of fighting the shift, trust where God is leading you. Underscore 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 underscore. Water wave feeling unsettled. That's the call to step into faith water wave. A spiritual shift often comes with discomfort. You may feel like you're in a place of transition, where everything is shifting, but you don't yet see where you are going. Common emotions people experience during a spiritual shift. Heavy checkmark confusion, I don't know what's happening. Heavy checkmark frustration, why isn't this working anymore? Heavy checkmark excitement, I feel something big is coming. Heavy checkmark fear, what if this doesn't work out? Heavy checkmark faith, I trust God even when I don't understand. Light bulb remember, transition always comes before transformation. Underscore 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 underscore. Key: how to position yourself for the coming blessing. If you are feeling a shift in your life right now, here's how you can align with God's plan. Keycap 1: Stay in prayer, seek wisdom and clarity from God. Keycap 2: Trust the process, don't resist the changes happening around you. Keycap 3: Remain patient, the best things take time. Keycap 4: Prepare yourself, be ready to step into your new season. Fire: you are stepping into your next level, embrace it. Fire. Underscore 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 underscore. Glowing Star Real Life Testimony, how a shift in faith changed everything. Glowing Star. Meet James. He had built a successful business, but suddenly, he felt something wasn't right. He felt uneasy, restless, and disconnected from his purpose. Backhand index pointing right. Instead of ignoring it, he prayed for guidance. Backhand index pointing right. Within months, new doors opened for him, unexpected business opportunities that aligned with his true passion. Backhand index pointing right. He followed God's leading and found peace, joy, and success beyond what he imagined. Light bulb: if you feel this shift, lean into it, God is guiding you toward your purpose. Underscore 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 underscore. Rocket: the 3 stages of a divine shift. Rocket. When God is shifting you into a new season, it usually happens in 3 stages. Keycap 1: the discomfort phase, something feels different. Heavy checkmark: you feel uneasy about your current situation. Heavy checkmark: you start questioning things you used to be sure about. Heavy checkmark: you feel a desire for something more. Keycap 2: the transition phase, doors start to close. Heavy checkmark: old habits, jobs, relationships, or mindsets start falling away. Heavy checkmark: God removes things that no longer align with your purpose. Heavy checkmark: this stage can feel scary or uncertain. Keycap 3: the breakthrough phase, everything starts to make sense. Heavy checkmark: new opportunities arise that align with your calling. Heavy checkmark: you experience growth, clarity, and blessings. Heavy checkmark: your faith is stronger than ever. Fire: you are in one of these stages right now, trust the process. Fire. Fire key takeaways from part 2. Fire. Heavy checkmark: if you feel a deep shift in your life, it's because God is moving things around for your next level. Heavy checkmark discomfort and uncertainty are signs that you are in transition, trust the process. Heavy checkmark God is closing old doors so he can open better ones. Heavy checkmark instead of fighting the shift, embrace it and prepare for what's next. Heavy checkmark faith is required, step out and trust that your breakthrough is near. Fire Part 3, How to Step into Your Divine Breakthrough at 3 a.m. Fire. Glowing Star Introduction, The Power of Divine Timing at 3 a.m. Glowing Star. There are moments in life when you feel a pull towards something greater, a divine shift happening that you can't explain. Maybe you've been waking up at exactly 3 a.m., feeling a strange but powerful energy in the air. You wonder, why am I awake? What is happening? Light bulb, let me tell you, this is not a coincidence. This is a divine calling. God is trying to connect with you, reveal something to you, and prepare you for your breakthrough. This is the hour when the heavens open, when prayers are answered, and miracles unfold. Sparkles in this chapter, we will uncover. Heavy checkmark why 3 a.m. is a sacred, supernatural hour. Heavy checkmark the biblical significance of this time. Heavy checkmark the spiritual battle happening at 3 a.m. and how to overcome it. Heavy checkmark real-life stories of miracles, healing, and financial breakthroughs that happened at 3 a.m. Heavy checkmark how you can align yourself with God's plan and activate your divine breakthrough. Rocket, get ready, because this is the moment that changes everything. Rocket. Hourglass not done. Why 3 a.m.? The supernatural hour explained. Many prophets, spiritual leaders, and prayer warriors believe that 3 a.m. is one of the most powerful times in the spiritual realm. It is often called Small Blue Diamond, the hour of miracles. Small Blue Diamond, the prophetic hour. Small Blue Diamond, the time of divine visitations. Small Blue Diamond, the battle between light and darkness. But why 3 a.m.? What makes this hour different from any other? Heavy checkmark it is the quietest hour of the night, no distractions, no noise, just you and God. Heavy checkmark it is when your spirit is most sensitive, your soul is more open to receiving divine messages. Heavy checkmark it is the time of greatest spiritual battles, evil forces are active, but so is God's power. Heavy checkmark it is when Jesus and his disciples prayed and performed miracles. Light bulb, if you wake up at 3 a.m., take it as a sign, God is calling you to a higher level. Open book biblical significance of 3 a.m. Throughout the Bible, God moved powerfully in the night hours. Keycap 1 Jesus walks on water, between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m., Matthew 14 verse 25. The disciples were caught in a violent storm, fearing for their lives. Suddenly, Jesus appeared walking on water, showing his supernatural power over the storm. This moment was a divine breakthrough, proving that God is always with us, even in the storm. Keycap 2 Paul and Silas prison breakthrough, midnight, Acts 16 verses 25 to 26. They were beaten, chained, and thrown into prison. But instead of giving up, they prayed and worshipped. At midnight, an earthquake broke their chains and opened the prison doors. Lesson: when you worship during your darkest hour, your breakthrough comes. Keycap 3 Moses and the Exodus, deliverance at midnight, Exodus 12 verse 29. The Israelites were enslaved for 400 years. At midnight, God sent the final plague, leading to their freedom. Lesson: breakthrough often comes after a long period of waiting. Fire, every major breakthrough in the Bible happened in the night hours. Light bulb, if you find yourself awake at 3 a.m., don't waste the moment, use it. Fire, the spiritual battle at 3 a.m. Fire. Many spiritual leaders believe that 3 a.m. is the most active time for spiritual warfare. Heavy checkmark demonic attacks often happen at night, fear, anxiety, nightmares, and spiritual oppression increase. Heavy checkmark Satan imitates and perverts the things of God, that's why witches, occultists, and dark forces perform rituals at this time. Heavy checkmark, but here's the good news, if evil forces are active, it means God's power is available in even greater measure. Light bulb, your job is to wake up, pray, and step into victory. Glowing star, how to step into your divine breakthrough at 3 a.m. If you wake up at 3 a.m., here's how to unlock your blessing. Keycap 1, pray with authority, folded hands. Small blue diamond, speak out loud, Lord, I am ready for my breakthrough. Small blue diamond, declare victory over every obstacle. Small blue diamond, rebuke fear, doubt, and anxiety. Light bulb, your words have power, use them wisely. Keycap 2, read scripture, open book. Small blue diamond, meditate on verses that bring strength. Jeremiah 29 verse 11, for I know the plans I have for you. Psalm 91 verse 11, he will command his angels concerning you. Isaiah 41 verse 10, do not fear, for I am with you. Light bulb, God's word is your weapon, use it. Keycap 3, listen to the Holy Spirit ear. Small blue diamond, ask God, what are you trying to show me? Small blue diamond, write down dreams, thoughts, and messages. Small blue diamond, pay attention to divine instructions. Light bulb, sometimes, God speaks in whispers, are you listening? Keycap 4, declare your miracle sparkles. Small blue diamond, speak as if it's already done. I am healed. Doors of opportunity are opening for me. My financial breakthrough is here. Light bulb, faith activates miracles, claim your blessing now. Water wave, real life testimonies of 3 a.m. breakthroughs. Fire testimony 1, a woman's healing at 3 a.m. Lisa had been battling cancer for years. One night, she woke up exactly at 3 a.m., feeling an intense urge to pray. As she did, she felt a warm presence fill the room. Backhand index pointing right, the next morning, her scans showed the tumor had shrunk. Backhand index pointing right, doctors were amazed, she was healed. Light bulb, healing often happens in the quiet place of prayer. Fire testimony 2, a financial miracle. John had been struggling financially for months. One night, he woke up at 3 a.m. and felt led to pray for provision. Backhand index pointing right, the next day, he received a job offer that doubled his salary. Light bulb, breakthrough comes when you align with God's timing. Key, the 3 keys to unlocking a breakthrough at 3 a.m. Keycap 1, be spiritually ready. Heavy checkmark, stay in prayer. Heavy checkmark, keep your faith strong. Heavy checkmark, be open to divine instruction. Keycap 2, expect the unexpected. Heavy checkmark, God moves in unpredictable ways. Heavy checkmark, your blessing may come differently than expected. Keycap 3, take action on what God reveals. Heavy checkmark, if God tells you to start something, do it. Heavy checkmark, if he calls you to forgive, do it. Heavy checkmark, if he opens a door, walk through it. Fire, faith plus action equals breakthrough. Sparkles, final thoughts, your breakthrough is near. Sparkles. Heavy checkmark, 3 a.m. is a supernatural moment, use it wisely. Heavy checkmark, God is waking you up for a reason. Heavy checkmark, this is the hour of supernatural miracles, align yourself with it. Heavy checkmark, pray, declare, and prepare, your breakthrough is coming. Heavy checkmark, God is moving, trust the process. Fire Part 4, how to maintain and expand your blessing. Fire. Glowing star introduction, the true test begins, can you handle the blessing? Glowing star. Many people pray for blessings, cry out for financial breakthroughs, and dream of a better life, but few are truly prepared for the responsibility that comes with it. Light bulb, receiving a blessing is one thing. Keeping and expanding it is another. God is not just interested in giving you a temporary breakthrough. He wants you to walk in sustained abundance, lasting success, and generational blessings. But how you handle what he gives you will determine whether you rise to greater heights or lose it all. Rocket, in this chapter, we will uncover. Heavy checkmark, the biggest mistakes that cause people to lose their blessings. Heavy checkmark, biblical principles for maintaining and growing your abundance. Heavy checkmark: powerful strategies to expand your blessings into long-term success. Heavy checkmark: real-life testimonies of people who turned their breakthrough into generational wealth. Heavy checkmark: how to protect your blessings from spiritual attacks. Fire: get ready, because what you do after receiving your breakthrough is just as important as receiving it. Fire. Light bulb: the truth about blessings: not everyone can handle them. We often think that once we receive our breakthrough, life will be easy. But the truth is, heavy checkmark: many people lose their blessings because they are not prepared to handle them. Heavy checkmark: some allow pride, greed, or laziness to destroy what they worked so hard for. Heavy checkmark: others let fear and doubt make them return to their old ways. Heavy checkmark: many forget the God who blessed them once they receive what they asked for. Light bulb: a blessing is not just a gift, it is a test. God watches how you handle your blessings to see if he can trust you with more. Open book: Luke 16 verse 10, whoever is faithful with little will be given much. Rocket: if you prove that you can handle small blessings wisely, God will increase them. Open book: biblical principles for maintaining and growing your blessing. Throughout the Bible, we see examples of people who were blessed, but not all of them kept their blessings. Keycap 1: the mistake of forgetting God after the blessing. Backhand index pointing right: King Saul, he was anointed as Israel's first king, but his pride and disobedience led to his downfall. He forgot that his success came from God. Backhand index pointing right: the Israelites, God delivered them from slavery, but when they became comfortable, they turned to idols and lost their favor. Light bulb lesson: never forget the one who blessed you. Always give thanks and remain humble. Open book: Deuteronomy 8 verse 18, remember the Lord your God, for it is he who gives you the ability to produce wealth. Keycap 2: the secret of giving: the more you give, the more you receive. One of the biggest keys to maintaining and expanding your blessing is giving. Heavy checkmark: give to those in need, and God will continue to pour into your life. Heavy checkmark: if you hoard everything for yourself, you will block the flow of blessings. Open book: Proverbs 11 verse 25, a generous person will prosper, whoever refreshes others will be refreshed. Light bulb lesson: the more you bless others, the more God will bless you. Keycap 3: wisdom in finances, managing wealth God's way. Many people lose financial blessings because they do not handle money wisely. Heavy checkmark: don't waste your wealth on meaningless things. Heavy checkmark: invest in things that will grow your resources. Heavy checkmark: stay disciplined, don't let success make you reckless. Open book: Proverbs 21 verse 5, the plans of the diligent lead to profit as surely as haste leads to poverty. Light bulb lesson: wealth grows when managed with wisdom and discipline. Water wave: how to expand your blessing into generational wealth. Many people receive a financial breakthrough but only enjoy it for a short time. True wealth is not just about having money, it's about creating a lasting legacy. Here's how to turn your blessing into generational wealth. Keycap 1: save and invest wisely. Heavy checkmark: don't spend everything you earn, invest in things that create more income. Heavy checkmark: start a business, buy property, or invest in skills that will grow your wealth. Heavy checkmark: let your money work for you. Light bulb: if you only consume what you receive, your blessing will disappear quickly. Keycap 2: teach the next generation. Heavy checkmark: wealth is not just about money, it is about knowledge. Heavy checkmark: teach your children and family how to handle finances and success wisely. Heavy checkmark: pass down principles of faith, wisdom, and stewardship. Open book: Proverbs 13 verse 22, a good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children. Light bulb lesson: if you want your blessing to last, teach others how to handle it. Keycap 3: stay humble and obedient. Heavy checkmark: never let success make you arrogant. Heavy checkmark: keep seeking God's wisdom in every decision. Heavy checkmark: stay connected to your faith and purpose. Open book: James 4 verse 10, humble yourselves before the Lord, and he will lift you up. Light bulb lesson: the moment you think you don't need God anymore, you risk losing everything. Fire real-life stories of people who turned their blessing into a legacy. Glowing Star Testimony 1, from homeless to multimillionaire. John was once homeless, living on the streets with nothing. One night, he prayed desperately at 3 a.m., asking God for help. Backhand index pointing right. The next day, a stranger offered him a job opportunity. Backhand index pointing right. He worked hard, saved money, and eventually started his own business. Backhand index pointing right. Today, he is a multimillionaire who helps others in need. Light bulb John's lesson: he didn't just spend his blessing, he used it to build a better future. Glowing Star Testimony 2, a widow's faith brings generational wealth. Sarah was a single mother who struggled financially after her husband passed away. Instead of giving up, she trusted God and followed biblical financial principles. Backhand index pointing right. She tithed faithfully, even when money was tight. Backhand index pointing right. She saved and invested in a small business. Backhand index pointing right. Today, her children have a stable financial future, all because she used her blessings wisely. Light bulb Sarah's lesson: she didn't just think about herself, she built a legacy for her family. Shield: how to protect your blessings from spiritual attacks. Whenever God blesses you, the enemy will try to steal, distract, or destroy what you've received. Here's how to protect your blessings. Heavy checkmark: stay in prayer and spiritual warfare. Heavy checkmark: speak blessings over your finances and success. Heavy checkmark: be careful of toxic relationships that pull you away from God. Heavy checkmark: guard your mind against fear, doubt, and greed. Open book Malachi 3 verse 11, I will rebuke the devourer for your sake. Light bulb lesson: if you stay under God's protection, no one can take what He has given you. Key final takeaways: how to keep and expand your blessing. Heavy checkmark: never forget where your blessing came from, always honor God. Heavy checkmark: use wisdom, manage money and success responsibly. Heavy checkmark: be a giver, help others, and your blessings will multiply. Heavy checkmark: think beyond yourself, create generational wealth. Heavy checkmark: stay humble, pride and arrogance lead to downfall. Heavy checkmark: protect your blessing, stay prayed up and spiritually aware. Part 5, Unlocking the Next Level of Divine Favor. Glowing Star Introduction, moving beyond breakthrough to divine favor. Glowing Star. Many people receive a breakthrough, but few truly step into divine favor. Heavy checkmark: breakthrough is an event, it happens at a specific moment. Heavy checkmark: favor is a lifestyle, it follows you wherever you go. Light bulb divine favor is the next level after a breakthrough. While breakthroughs come in waves, divine favor is constant. It allows you to white heavy checkmark: walk in supernatural success effortlessly. White heavy checkmark: see doors open before you even knock. White heavy checkmark: attract opportunities you didn't even ask for. White heavy checkmark: experience protection, increase, and accelerated blessings. Rocket: if you thought your breakthrough was powerful, wait until you start walking in divine favor. Fire: what is divine favor? Open book The biblical definition of favor. In the Bible, favor means divine approval, supernatural grace, and special blessings from God. Open book Psalm 5 verse 12, surely, Lord, you bless the righteous, you surround them with your favor as with a shield. Light bulb God's favor is a supernatural force that surrounds and protects you. It creates opportunities, blessings, and open doors that no man can close. Rocket: the difference between breakthrough and favor. Heavy checkmark: breakthrough, a sudden change in a specific situation, e.g., receiving a financial blessing. Heavy checkmark: favor, a continuous state of divine assistance and blessing, e.g., always finding success and open doors. Light bulb: breakthrough is a one-time event, but favor is a lifestyle. Water wave: how to recognize divine favor in your life. God's favor isn't always loud or dramatic. Sometimes, it's in the smallest details of your life. Light bulb: 7 signs you are walking in divine favor. Keycap 1: you attract the right people into your life effortlessly. Keycap 2: doors open before you even knock on them. Keycap 3 opportunities find you instead of you chasing them. Keycap 4 you are protected from harm in ways you can't explain. Keycap 5 you succeed even when others fail in the same situation. Keycap 6 your past mistakes don't disqualify you, God still promotes you. Keycap 7 your enemies fall into their own traps, but you keep rising. Open Book Proverbs 3 verses 3-4, let love and faithfulness never leave you. Then you will win favor and a good name in the sight of God and man. Fire how to unlock the next level of divine favor. Just because God wants to bless you doesn't mean you automatically walk in favor. Light bulb favor is conditional. While salvation is a free gift, favor requires alignment with God's will. Rocket 5 keys to unlocking divine favor. Keycap 1 total obedience, follow God's instructions fully. Heavy checkmark many people want God's favor but don't want to obey His instructions. Heavy checkmark God only releases His highest favor to those who are obedient. Open Book Deuteronomy 28 verses 1-2, if you fully obey the Lord, all these blessings will come upon you and overtake you. Light bulb favor is not random, it is activated through obedience. Keycap 2 honor, the gateway to favor. Heavy checkmark honor opens doors that money and talent cannot. Heavy checkmark when you honor God and others, favor follows you. Open Book 1 Samuel 2 verse 30, those who honor me I will honor. Light bulb who you honor determines the favor you receive. Keycap 3 walking in integrity, favor follows the faithful. Heavy checkmark God does not give lasting favor to the dishonest. Heavy checkmark if you want favor, live a life of integrity. Open Book Proverbs 11 verse 3, the integrity of the upright guides them, but the unfaithful are destroyed by their duplicity. Light bulb integrity brings unstoppable favor. Keycap 4 radical generosity, the more you give, the more favor you receive. Heavy checkmark generosity unlocks God's supernatural favor. Heavy checkmark if you bless others, God will pour blessings back into your life. Open Book Proverbs 11 verse 25, a generous person will prosper, whoever refreshes others will be refreshed. Light bulb the key to more is giving more. Underscore 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 underscore. Keycap 5 persistent faith, never give up. Heavy checkmark many people lose their favor because they quit too soon. Heavy checkmark stay faithful even when things get hard. Open Book Galatians 6 verse 9, let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Light bulb favor follows those who refuse to quit. Fire real-life stories of divine favor. Glowing Star Testimony 1, a job that came without an interview. Michael had been unemployed for months. One night at 3 a.m., he prayed for divine favor. The next day, backhand index pointing right, he got a call from a company he never applied to. Backhand index pointing right, they offered him a job with double his previous salary, no interview needed. Backhand index pointing right, he later found out that someone randomly recommended him without knowing him. Light bulb lesson. Favor brings opportunities without struggle. Glowing Star Testimony 2, a debt cancelled supernaturally. Lisa was drowning in debt. One day, she decided to trust God's favor instead of stressing. She started. Heavy checkmark giving generously even though she had little. Heavy checkmark speaking favor over her finances. A month later, she received a letter from the bank saying, backhand index pointing right, her biggest debt had been cancelled with no explanation. Light bulb lesson, favor cancels debts you didn't even ask to be forgiven for. Shield how to protect your favor from attacks. Once you have favor, the enemy will try to steal it. Here's how to protect it. Heavy checkmark stay in prayer and spiritual warfare. Heavy checkmark. Be careful of toxic relationships that block your blessings. Heavy checkmark. Keep walking in obedience and humility. Heavy checkmark. Avoid pride. Don't let success make you forget God. Open book Psalm 90 verse 17, let the favor of the Lord our God be upon us and establish the work of our hands. Light bulb. If you stay under God's favor, no one can remove it. Key final takeaways, how to live in continuous favor. Heavy checkmark. Favor is better than just one breakthrough, it's a lifestyle. Heavy checkmark. God's favor makes things happen effortlessly. Heavy checkmark. Honor, obedience, integrity, generosity, and faith unlock divine favor. Heavy checkmark. Favor brings success, open doors, and protection. Heavy checkmark. Stay humble, favor can be lost if you forget the source. Heavy checkmark. Protect your favor through prayer, wisdom, and faithfulness. Part 6, The Ultimate Transformation, Living in Miracles Daily. Introduction, Beyond Breakthrough, Living in the Miraculous. Receiving a miracle is incredible, but living in miracles daily is transformational. Many people experience one big breakthrough, but then they return to their old struggles. Why? Because they never learn how to stay in the flow of divine miracles. Light bulb miracles are not meant to be one-time events, they are meant to be a lifestyle. Heavy checkmark. You are designed to live in supernatural abundance daily. Heavy checkmark. You can access divine wisdom, favor, and provision all the time. Heavy checkmark. Instead of waiting for miracles, you can become a magnet for them. Rocket. In this chapter, you will learn how to shift from needing a miracle to living in miracles every day. Fire. What does it mean to live in miracles daily? Most people believe that miracles are rare and unpredictable. But what if I told you that? White heavy checkmark. Miracles are available to you daily. White heavy checkmark. You don't have to wait for emergencies to see God move. White heavy checkmark. You can create an atmosphere where miracles are natural. Open book John 10 verse 10, I have come that they may have life, and have it more abundantly. Light bulb. Jesus didn't just bring salvation, he brought a supernatural lifestyle. Rocket. How to create an atmosphere for daily miracles. To live in miracles, you need to create an environment where the supernatural becomes normal. Keycap 1. Faith, the key that unlocks continuous miracles. Heavy checkmark. Faith is not just believing in miracles, it is expecting them daily. Heavy checkmark. Your faith level determines your miracle level. Heavy checkmark. If you want daily miracles, you must have daily faith. Open book Mark 11 verse 24, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours. Light bulb. Faith is like a muscle, the more you use it, the stronger it gets. Keycap 2. Gratitude, attracting more miracles through thankfulness. Heavy checkmark. Gratitude multiplies miracles. Heavy checkmark. If you are grateful for small things, God will bless you with bigger things. Heavy checkmark. A thankful heart is a magnet for supernatural favor. Open book 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 18, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus. Light bulb. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is missing to what is possible. Keycap 3. Speaking life, the power of words in manifesting miracles. Heavy checkmark. Your words create your reality. Heavy checkmark. What you speak determines what you experience. Heavy checkmark. If you speak miracles, you will live in miracles. Open book Proverbs 18 verse 21, death and life are in the power of the tongue. Light bulb. Stop saying, I can't, and start saying, God is making a way. Keycap 4. Radical generosity, giving opens the flow of miracles. Heavy checkmark. Giving isn't losing, it's unlocking supernatural provision. Heavy checkmark. The more you give, the more you receive. Heavy checkmark. Generosity creates a cycle of abundance. Open book Luke 6 verse 38, give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Light bulb. The more you release, the more God pours in. Fire. Real life stories of people who live in miracles. Glowing Star Testimony 1, a business that thrived supernaturally. Backhand index pointing right. John was about to lose his business after a financial collapse. Backhand index pointing right. Instead of panicking, he declared daily that God would send a miracle. Backhand index pointing right. Within a month, an investor offered him funding out of nowhere. Backhand index pointing right. His business not only survived, it grew beyond his wildest dreams. Light bulb lesson: when you expect miracles, God shows up. Glowing star testimony 2, supernatural healing that baffled doctors. Backhand index pointing right. Sarah was diagnosed with a disease doctors couldn't cure. Backhand index pointing right. She started speaking healing over her body daily. Backhand index pointing right. She focused on gratitude instead of fear. Backhand index pointing right. When she returned to the doctor, her disease had completely disappeared. Light bulb lesson: your faith can unlock the impossible. Fire: how to keep the miraculous flowing in your life. Many people experience miracles once but don't know how to keep them going. Light bulb: the key to continuous miracles is to stay connected to the source, God. Rocket: 5 keys to living in miracles daily. Keycap: 1 daily connection with God. Heavy checkmark: talk to God every day, not just in emergencies. Heavy checkmark: the closer you stay to Him, the more miracles flow. Heavy checkmark: if you want daily miracles, you need daily intimacy with God. Open book James 4 verse 8, draw near to God, and He will draw near to you. Light bulb: miracles flow where God is present. Keycap 2 expectation: wake up expecting miracles. Heavy checkmark: your expectation creates your experience. Heavy checkmark: if you expect struggles, you'll find struggles. If you expect miracles, you'll find miracles. Heavy checkmark: every morning, wake up declaring, today, I will see God's power. Open book Romans 8 verse 28, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him. What you expect is what you receive. Keycap 3 align your thoughts with abundance. Heavy checkmark: if your mind is full of doubt, miracles cannot flow. Heavy checkmark: clear out limiting beliefs and replace them with faith. Heavy checkmark: declare, I am favored, blessed, and walking in miracles daily. Open book Philippians 4 verse 8, whatever is true, noble, right, pure, lovely, think about these things. Light bulb: your thoughts create the atmosphere for miracles. Keycap 4 live with unshakable faith. Heavy checkmark: faith isn't about seeing, it's about believing even when you don't see. Heavy checkmark: when you trust God completely, miracles chase you down. Heavy checkmark: faith moves mountains, but doubt builds walls. Open book Matthew 17 verse 20, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, nothing will be impossible for you. Light bulb: if God did it before, He will do it again. Keycap 5 make miracles a lifestyle, not a one-time event. Heavy checkmark: don't just celebrate miracles, expect them daily. Heavy checkmark: speak about miracles as if they are normal, because they are. Heavy checkmark: live with supernatural confidence, God is always moving. Open book Ephesians 3 verse 20, now to Him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine. Light bulb: miracles aren't rare, they are your new normal. Key final takeaways: the supernatural life is your birthright. Heavy checkmark: you were created to live in miracles daily. Heavy checkmark: faith, gratitude, speaking life, and generosity unlock supernatural power. Heavy checkmark: God's power is always moving, your job is to align with it. Heavy checkmark: the more you expect miracles, the more you will see them. Heavy checkmark: make miracles your lifestyle, not just an occasional blessing.